I think I'm live. Welcome to Q Aquatics and Exotics. It's almost July 4th. Oh, let me see if I don't have my chat up. What? What fun is a live stream without a chat? Whew. Oh, and I think I am. Make this stop. There we go. How is everybody? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Many reasons that I'm excited, but I want to test my audio and video first. So let me know if everything is working, please.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
Woo-hoo! Let's hope that that worked out well, and I'm gonna check out in the chat if it did. And I know it's long, but it gives me time to get my shit together. And I got a little black background screen here because without it, it's the sun is still shining too bright. So as the sun goes down, I will take that down. And today I'm in my living room. How exciting! Hello, Bob. Ready for this? I saw Huawei here earlier. Monica Lynn is in the house. Jenny Lynn, hello, Lefty. I just saw you over at Skipper's. Like the hair or the lack thereof, huh? Going to cook dinner while listening. I hope you're making something good, Monica. Hello, Dennis Christensen. Now, I'm also in my living room. First time I've ever tried to go live with my dogs. My puppies are sleeping. Well, they were until I started talking. So we'll see how this goes. Hello, Joey. Is this starting now? It is. It's 107. I just found out what FML meant, so I'm not going to say it. I'll just say FML. But it was 95 degrees today. Oh my gosh. And while we're saying hi to everybody, happy 4th. I should have worn my whole 4th of July outfit. I look silly, but I don't care. I like it. AV is fine. Thank you so much. Dragon Lair. What's going on, Patrick? Hit the like. I appreciate it. It's thundering like crazy here, but not one drop of rain. That's creepy. That's creepy. But I'm pretty excited to be here in my living room. I'm right here. I'm here. But I couldn't find a seat to sit in where I wasn't blocking one of my 3 fish tanks that I was not allowed, I should say. I'm going to say it, allowed to keep upstairs in my living room. And that's my saltwater tank, 74 bow front. That's a 40-gallon breeder that has my little Fahaka baby in it. Well, he's not baby anymore, but I got him at the beginning of the lockdowns. And then there's my 120 tank, my very first present that was given to me. John Baga got it me a used 120. And there's my Severums in there and my Bordori. And of course, all the giant Danios. And a couple of beautiful Pictus catfish. Bunch of mixed matched fish. But I do have a red Severum downstairs that I'll probably bring up when it gets a little bit bigger. But right now, that is all that is in that tank. The Fahaka all by himself. And of course, you look at this saltwater, it looks like there's no fish in there. Well, there is a Stars and Stripes dogface puffer, Niger trigger, big-eyed pink squirrelfish. We see the damsel right in front of the overflow. But it looks like there's nobody there. Now that's some funny. That's funny. I was unmembered. Why, June? Only Oscar just became a member. You've been a member since the beginning of time. Thank you. And a supporter of my mug business, Mugged by Q, in case anybody forgot. This is from my Lecca. Hey, Peplin. Peplin, Peplin. I have some good news and some bad news and some news that I can't talk about yet because I'm going to start crying. I don't want to cry on the internet because only girls cry. And I don't want to do that. But no, that's not really true. Only girls cry. Hello, Melvin. Again, roasting all the fish fam. Aren't you the funny guy? Funny guy, Melvin, huh? Bob, you're going to make jealous kissing Sam. Oh, yeah. You guys want to see Sophie? Here's my Sophie. Oh, that's Sophie. Say hello. Go ahead, say hello. She would gladly bite me, though. And she might say hello. She says, Bella, stop. And that one is Bella, the one with a little tan chest. And the totally black one with a little bit of white spots is Max. And they are sleeping. Thank goodness. Oh, and I'm going to twist you around fast. Hold on. Hold on. That's Precious Pumpkin Spice up there taking advantage of having a bird's eye view of everything. Get it? Bird's eye. Look at my Q Aquatics logo kind of floats around with me. Hello. Sophie is 9 years old. 8 years old, 9 years old. And I got her when she was 5 years old. So I've had her for 4 years now. We've been working together every day. We eat our breakfast together. She eats the eggs with me. Of course, mine get cheese and salt. Hers is just egg, but it's okay. And she'll eat. Oh, where you going, girl? I have changed some things around. So Sophie is only out of her cage when the dogs are in their crate because they're very good bird dogs. And I'm coming to the realization that I will never be able to have chickens. And that's all I can say about that right now. Why did I say that? I love my dogs. I love my puppies. They're 6 months old, and training is hard, but they are dogs, and they are bird dogs. They're a mix of lab, German Shepherd, and hound. So what did I expect? Did I really think I could train 2 puppies, black labs, to not go after chickens? Allowed is okay to say. I mean, discussions have happened when keeping aquariums inside. Yes. Yes. My whole bedroom was my aquarium room for the longest before he moved in. And I had about 30 aquariums throughout the house. So, and I think allowed is more like he didn't want to help me move the 120. Because that's an old school 120. It's only 4 feet wide. And it's real heavy glass, and he's like, I just noticed my iPad is cracked. That's not good. My iPad's cracked. I gave it to my granddaughter to hold. Yeah, Susie Q, all in good fun. Everyone had a blast. Yeah, I watched a bit of it. Liquid Zoo, hello. And of course, I can't forget. Sometimes she's spicy. That's her name. And other times she's precious because she's so sweet. She's a year old and still not 5 pounds. I can't get her fixed. I got to get Max fixed next. I hate that word fixed because he's not broken. There's nothing wrong with him. He's intact, perfect, male, black lab. Intact. But I won't be able to go to my dog park or anything if they see some balls hanging around because everybody freaks out. I better find the power cord for either of my laptops. Uh-oh, running out. My laptop is so bad. Oh my gosh. If the plug comes undone, it's going to stop. It's going to stop. Dogs be dogs, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not allowed within 100 feet of your home anymore. Uh-oh. Cannibal Parrot. What? What did I miss? What did I say? I might have said something wrong. Restraining order. Uh-oh. So I thought it'd be best. Yeah, I overpaid for my laptop too. I thought it would be best to have let's see, this thing is really bothering me. Is it is it still too bright outside? Yeah. uh, I thought it'd be nice to go live inside here, not only to talk about these tanks and these fish, um, but it's so dang hot outside. And in my fish room, it's even more hot and humid. And in my reptile room is crazy. I mean, I was down there for about an hour in the morning this morning. I gave everybody extra water, so it's so humid. And the fish room is the fish room. Apparently, June didn't appreciate being watched all the time. My daughter puts black tape over her cameras, every one of them. Apparently, wait for this Friday, Fish Fam Roast Volume 1, Episode 5. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God, that's so cool. So, yeah, I thought it'd be way too hot to be sitting outside, and there was like 0 to 5% chance of rain around here until right now, and it's like jumped up to like 40%. So, if I had set up outside by my pond, which is what I wanted to do, out of context, my comments are terrible. They're confusing. Do you really have fish tanks in there? Do you see them? I don't know if you see any fish in there, but that 120, I love it. I love my 120, the 4 foot by 2 foot wide. It's got an overflow. I also have sponge filters because I lose power here all the time. And when we run the backup generator in here, I bring a cord in here so that then they all have at least air going through. I don't do the heaters though during blackouts. But yeah, we lose our power. Oh, did you see the Severum is out? Let's see, can I make that bigger? I don't know. I'm going to push some buttons, guys. Trying to make things bigger. Ugh. Let's see, I've done this once before and it worked. Oh, good, that was me. I got to get my camera out. Okay, let's try that now. Okay. There we go. I'm going to keep it like that for a few minutes just to see if we see the Severum. Oh, there he is. He's on the side of the tank. The Pictus catfish are gorgeous. Oh, and one of my neighbors dropped off a Bala shark. I would never buy a Bala shark. I would never have one normally because I don't have any tank big enough for it in the long run. But she asked if I could house it as long as possible. I'm like, sure. Sure. I say that to everything. She said, I have some mystery snails, and she brought over like 100. That's how I got my Starry Night cichlid. Love my Starry Night. Very cool setup. It took, I think, 8 months. I'll go back and watch my first videos were on this setting up this 120. That's when I started documenting my fish keeping hobby. So it wasn't that long ago. It was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I think it took 6 or 8 months for that wood to sink. I just, instead of trying to weigh it down, I just let it float because after a while it was like silly. And there was one time something happened. Oh, my overflow started leaking. And I had to redo the bottom of that. And it took like 2 weeks to fix. And I didn't think to put that outside in the pond so that it floated again. It's pretty lightweight. It's one of my favorite pieces. And then the greenery in there is all my plastic plants. I got so many plastic plants where my fish will just devour. Super sticker! Put on the brakes! Put on the brakes! Super sticker, $19.99 from Kaler's Aquatics and Reptiles. Fan character sending hearts with their hands. Thank you so much, Bob Kaler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so appreciated. Tonight is snake feeding. Last of my quail for the girls. A rat from Magic. And a baby chick for Janamba. Janamba? Did I say that right? You know what? I realized my Fahaka doesn't have a name. It's just Fahaka. Fahaka. I got him. He was the same size as my pea puffers, and it was when people started talking about, okay, don't shake anybody's hands. We're going to limit any activities to 500. Is really before the lockdown. But a lot of YouTubers didn't go to the big fish deal. That's what it was, a big fish deal. And of course I went. I didn't care. And that's I got him, and I got my Bashir, my Ornata. Oh, and he beautiful. Now his name's Ornata. I'm so original, aren't I? Oh, pink, big-eyed pink squirrelfish was out, and now she's not. Oh, she is probably my best hunter in this tank. There's that large damsel. The Niger trigger usually stays in these dark blue. He's gorgeous. And the boat. And if I had a clam, if I had a hammer, if I had a clam and put it in there, sorry guys, he would come out because that pink squirrel fish is fast. I cannot put any small fish in there. I cannot put any shrimp or cute little snails in there to help me. No, not with that fish. He will eat everything. Uh-oh. I knocked something over and woke my dogs up. Sorry, babies. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? That's Bella. That's Max. Oh. All right, we'll go back. Is that good? Okay. The Fahaka, oh, you can see. No, yeah, he is. He's over on the right-hand side of the tank. But anyway, let me go back to the chat because that's why I'm here. Sunday night for me is chatty night because I just love talking to people. Bob, I'd have to hide to watch Janamba eat. He won't strike at food. You have to lay his food in the cage, go away for an hour, and if you try to sneak back, he'll drop the food and act like he isn't. Oh my. Oh, Bunny Viper's in the house. Hello, Bunny. Monica, did Monica ever tell us what she was making for dinner? I don't think she did. I'm going through the chat, looking through. Did I say hi to New Local Austin? Hello. Allowed is okay. Yes, I did. Because I am allowed to keep him, and he's very, very supportive in other ways. In other ways. Oh, I see those likes going up. Thank you, guys. Dee Dee's in the house. Dee Dee. Cora works. I saw people saying hi. I didn't see her come. We went skating. Awesome. I have had my skates on for 10 hours so far. Still have them on because I skate around upstairs doing my chores all the time. I got to get used to the skates. I want to be able to be a little more agile on them. So I just wear them, break them in. And these are the kind of skates, they get warm enough and hot enough, they will mold to my foot. And I could take a hair dryer and get the plastic soft and pliable and then let it really mold around my ankle and everything. But skating in them for like 8 hours a day for a couple days will do the same thing. I've been considering a pet rat. Kind of lonely back here in my room. Used to love rats. Meanwhile, I'm getting rid of mice. Jenny Lynn, Susie, now you just have to talk him into a snake. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But my local fish store, hidden, give me a minute. Okay, we have two. We have Pets Plus Supplies and Pets Supplies and Pet Supplies. Two different stores. One is like a chain store. One is all by itself. They might both be chain stores. But anyway, one of them, the close one to me, has a Western hognose. And it's regular. It's not albino or anything. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. $300. Good. Let me say it again. $300. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Jello Gabriel's glass boxes. My ears are still popping. I think something happened when we landed on the plane. The plane. Oh, 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 don't look, Ethel. Don't look. So yeah, I've been skating around here with the dogs while they sleep. I'm trying to get them used to me being here, like maybe chilling on the couch, watching a movie, but them sleeping, taking their nap in their crate. Because if I close my eyes for a second, they get into stuff. If they're not supervised, they get into stuff. Like they get into the trash, they'll get into the sink. I tried moving the trash. They'll get into anything that they can, and even closing all the doors, they'll start chewing on a fish tank stand. And so they're very active. They're very high chewing kind of puppies. Does Bag of Donuts allow snakes? No, absolutely not. No snakes because they eat mice and he doesn't care if they're alive or frozen. No, absolutely not. He says, I put up with all these critters, no snakes. So I do have quite a few reptiles. I got my blue-tongued skinks and my bearded dragons and the geckos, of course, and my Chinese water dragon. And he doesn't mind them at all. He does not like my dubia roach colony. Hell no, he does not like that. I had a customer at my pet store whose rat rode a bicycle. Wow, my daughter had rats growing up, and she'd always trained them. They were very, very smart animals. Rats are amazingly intelligent and agile, right? What's going on, Tom? Oh, we have Bucks County Aquarium Society picnic coming up, so you don't have to be a member to come. I mean, I think there's a member raffles only, but it's going to be fun and food, and it's right by a creek where we can. I think we're allowed to catch, aren't we? Are we allowed to take our nets and? I'm not sure, but that is coming up, and that is Bucks County Aquarium Society picnic. I should know this. Well, I do know it. I know it's coming up. July 8th. Oh, that's really coming up. July 8th at Playwicky Park. So if you guys are in the area of like Bucks County, Pennsylvania, head on over to Playwicky Park around noon and grab a hot dog or a burger and sit around and talk fish with a bunch of fish nerds. Gonna be fun. And hopefully it won't be 95 degrees. Susie, consider muzzling? I haven't. I haven't considered that yet because they're very like around the tortoises, around other dogs. They're fine. It's birds. So no, I haven't considered muzzling yet. But they're not really trained. They're trained to like sit, lay down, stay. Works for about 15 seconds. Well, they're potty trained. But they don't really know how to walk on a leash. They don't really come back when I call their name. Well, they do if they're not distracted. If they're distracted, they don't listen to anything. So I'm trying to teach them how to walk on a leash because I want to take them for. I live in between a river and a canal, and I got some beautiful pathways that I can walk a couple miles one way or the other without really having hills and not having any cars. So, but there's a lot of animals. But Max, the dog, the male, is stronger than me already. Now, if I just took Bella, I could handle her. If I just took Max and had a pocket full of treats and walked slow, I could handle them. But the two of them together, I cannot handle them both. Yes, for kids, adults would need a fishing license. Oh, good. I need to sell my Halimera blue-tongued skink. They've gotten so expensive, I can't afford to get Grouchy a female. Yes, I have 3 female northern blue-tongued skinks, and I want to breed them someday, but I can't afford the male. Any male that I've ever seen is like in the $600 range. I'm like, what? And of course, I got 3 females. I took my chance on the last one because she was so tiny, but I'm pretty sure she's a female. It would be a nice surprise. Be a nice surprise if he was a male, maybe in a couple of years. There's an influencer with a rat named Olive, I think, who does all sorts of cool tricks. Yeah, I've seen. Oh, somebody's posting my links. Thank you so much. Bucks County Aquarium Society picnic. Thank you, thank you. No, and it's funny that I haven't considered muzzling because I have considered those. They have collars on now that vibrate. Well, they also shock, but we only use the vibrate and the bell. And I do the bell, and they come back wherever they are in the yard. That's good. I do the vibrate if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, but none of it works when there's like a squirrel or a bird nearby. None of it works. They get so focused and they get so. And Bella, I want to take her to one of those dog parks that has like we call it like ramps going up, hoops to go through. She is so agile. And she can jump my 6 foot fence without even like backing up and getting a running start. She just looks like she's flying through the wind, and she's fast as all get out. Very challenging. And I don't mean rats or vermin and harbor fleas. I mean like a flea circus. Miniature circus spring with that rat doing tricks. Isn't that cute? That would be cute. Muzzles are great short time tools. See, I don't know enough about muzzles. But I know these collars got to be charged all the time, and it's. I mean, I think they've served their purpose. I don't know, but my daughter said if I got one of those, what do you call them, prong collars from Max Walking, he won't pull me down. But I don't know enough about that. I'd have to learn all that. All the Halimaras that are for sale want 250 and up for them. Wow. Obstacle course. Thank you, Dee Dee. Oh my gosh, I was so stuck on that. I think she would do amazing. Now, she's very smart, but she's also very stubborn. Like, I'll say sit, she sits. I say lay down, she stares at me. And she won't get the treat until she does it. So I give Max because he does whatever it takes to get the treat. And their treat is actually a piece of their food. And she won't. And I'll turn my head and she lays down. I look at her and then she stands back up again. I'm like, you son of a gun. She doesn't get a treat. When I put the leash on her, she lays down. She won't move. Won't move. She does not like being told what to do, when to do it. I think she thinks she's the boss. I do. I think she thinks she's the boss. Can you trade a female for a male? I know you can't with the blue tongue skinks. My females were half the price. The males are so expensive. So expensive. Yeah, I'd have to watch some videos on muzzles. But I would only need it for like around birds. I don't know. But somebody told me once I get Max fixed, that might chill him out a little bit. But I don't think it'll ever stop that prey drive. Susie, I bought a muzzle harness that went around their muzzle. And within 10 minutes, I could walk my shepherd with just holding onto the leash. No way! From a muzzle? Or are you talking about a lead line, the one that pulls down? You need a chest harness for Max. Oh, I was told if I put on a harness on him, he's going to pull me even more. That's what I was told. I mean, I'm getting harnesses, but that's for the car ride. Who told me that? Oh, my vet said if I put a harness on him, harnesses are made for dogs that like to pull so that they can pull. I'm like, well, I don't want him to pull. I don't want him to pull. Neutering did nothing to settle my shepherd. Okay, and they're part shepherd. And I think they're kind of young. They're 6 months. I think they're still a little young, but I have to do something because they're both intact, one male and one female, and I'm not going to have to explain the birds and the bees. So I got to keep them separate. Once she starts to show signs of going into heat, they're going to be separate till it's over. Do they make the pill for dogs? I think I'm going to put her on the pill just in case. Just while we wait for where it's the right time for Max to get fixed. I just wish I wish I could afford like one of these fancy dog trainers around here. I'm not talking like PetSmart training. I'm not talking about that kind of training. But that somebody could help train me. I think I'm the one that needs to be trained. And I can be consistent. I just don't want to be consistently wrong if I don't know what I'm doing. Then I got a friend who doesn't have dogs or cats. And she's like, well, maybe two of them is too much for you. You should just give one of them back. I don't think she understands. We've had these for 4 months now. They're part of our family. Like that's not an option. I have to change. I have to get better at what I do. I have to be more consistent. I spend a lot of time with them, and I think I'm consistent, but I also think I'm a big, like I'm very soft on them. Not very soft. I wasn't very soft on when they went after my chickens, but I have to remember that that's what they do. That's what God made them that way for a reason. So I might be able to squash that urge on occasion, but I, there's going to be no chickens for me. And Sophie, like I said, we're going to keep separate. When they come out of their crate, she goes in her cage. Otherwise, she has free reign of the whole house. And she doesn't mind because she's got this beautiful 6 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot. Hello. Hello. Hi, Sophie. When she rings the bell like that, she's happy. That's my happy baby. The gentle leader. Yes, that's what I was talking about. But that's not a muzzle. I think she was talking about something about with a muzzle. The gentle leader. That I think would work on Max. But I tried doing it with a plain leash, and it was it was like a comedy show. The one I had went around the muzzle and down through the harness. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You don't need the harness or the muzzle for that contraption. You can still there's a way to do that where it just pulls down so that they have no choice but to stay next to you. I said they should collab, really hoping that he would make better choices, but I might be presenting it incorrectly. Who knows? Susie, you have to wear those dogs out every day, walks, dog parks, anything. And I got to go to the dog park early in the morning before anybody's there because they're both intact. And our dog park, I don't think you're allowed to have a female out in public when she's in heat. Well, she's not in heat, but. And they don't come when I call. So I got to go when nobody else is there and let them run. And I go 1 mile down the road to my daughter's house. She has a 6 foot fenced in yard where my fence is only 6 foot on the back and side. The rest are all 4 foot. And I'm not allowed per my township to put up 6 foot fence. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, wait, what? This is my house. Anyway, my lab would chase down my chicken and he would bring them to me. Right, I think they were trying to bring them to me, but when they grabbed them, they're just so rough. They're puppies. They're so rough. Their teeth are so sharp. It was a horrible, horrible event. It's one I never want to relive. Never, ever, ever want to relive. I was sobbing. It was just horrible. It was disgustingly horrible. But anyway, and why they were unattended outside for 12 minutes, 12 minutes, and they have this whole side yard, a 5 foot fence, which they got over, 2 other fences in order to get into the side of the yard where the pond and the chickens are, where I usually go live. They were there within the 12 minutes and did so much damage. But I was inside unsupervising them because I broke my pinky finger in 2 places. And I was having a hard time that day. It was the day it happened. So I was putting ice on it, wrapping it up in the splint before getting to the doctors, trying to get that ready when I heard all the commotion. I'm like, I haven't even been in the house long enough for anything to happen. So yeah, when I turn my back on them, they will do anything that they're not supposed to do. I hope that this thing can come down. Let's see. And yes, my pinky hurts like a son of a gun. I forget what they called it, like a community break or community, something that says two breaks, two or more breaks, or let's see if this works. This thing keeps hitting my head. I thought it was a great idea, but oh. Here we go. Here we go, loopy-loo. Here we go, loopy-la. Here we go, loopy-loo. These are my Hoyas, and some of them have mealyworms. I got to get some of that neem oil. This is weird being in my living room. I just got to say. I find it very odd on my Sunday night stream, sitting here. Let's see if I can take that green screen off, because that's driving me crazy too. It was a blue screen. Oh, it's not too bad, is it? See, that sun was super, super bright where I was all black. Oh well. I had to add the chain fence extensions, the kind like they have around jails, to keep my shepherd in a 5-foot fence. He just left. Exactly. Bella is like, and she's a table dog. Like, she will jump and walk to the highest point. Whether she walks on the porch and there's a chair, she just, like a goat, she just keeps getting higher and higher. I'm like, girl, you better knock it off. But John doesn't want me adding more chicken wire, but I will be adding chicken wire over by my neighbor's yard, because the two of them now find this habit of jumping up onto the top of the 6-foot fence, putting their armpits over, and then looking over at my neighbors. And I think it's making them uncomfortable. It's definitely making me uncomfortable. I'm like, what are you guys doing? As soon as I say that, they know they're wrong. They get down. But I stay on top of them. John, bag of donuts. No, he's not. He like thinks we've had him 6 months. I let him outside to go to the bathroom. They should be able to go to the bathroom outside. Like, you can't leave them alone. They find ways of doing things that they're not supposed to do. They do. There's nonstop. Floyd is talking to Sophie. Sophie, did you hear that? Uh-oh. Maybe Tennessee Fish Mafia, I don't know if we have a guest, Floyd and Sophie will be able to talk to each other on screen, right? Hi, Soph. Hi. It's all about that bass. No trouble. Usually she starts dancing. You know what song she likes? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a Sophie, E-I-E-I-O. Quack, 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 quack. Of course she's... Yep. Hey, pretty girl. You leave it on Sophie for a few. Hey, Sophie. There we go. Sophie in the fish tank. And the top of the crates. That's so cute that Floyd's talking to Sophie. Say hello. Bob, you found any parrots YouTubes to let Floyd watch? Hello, Dannykin. Dannykin's Aquatics. I went on a boat ride with you this morning. That was so much fun. Of course, mine was virtual. Yours was real. Right, Sophie? Huh? Are you so big? Let me get my logo all the way. So big. Yeah. Hello. I'd go over and have her step up, but she will bite me. Huh? You're so pretty. Hello. Hello. You see her eyes pin when I say that? Anything I say that she knows how to say. And the funny part is she says, stop, Bella. So her being a bird, I don't think they discriminate between chickens and parrots. And you can see she thinks everything in the house is hers. She's got a jungle gym over there. She's got her tree. She's got her door open. She's got another 5-foot by 3-foot cage right adjacent to this in the kitchen. So she can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So now that she's in there, it's getting late at night, so she'll go in there. Once she's in there, then I'll just close her door. I'll close her door. She'll be very happy. She's very safe, but she's just not ready yet. And the dogs are secure, so I'm fine with that. Boy, I feel like I'm babbling. I probably do this every Sunday, don't I? Okay, I hope you had a great day. I think he did. I had a great day watching him. I did. Anybody else have 4th of July plans? Sophie is really a beautiful specimen of her species. She is. She's a severe macaw, otherwise known as a chestnut front, slang psychotic, pretty normal for this species, this genus right here. The severe macaw, and there's a reason her name is Severe, because she has a very severe attitude. And whoever had her, well, I know who had her before. She's afraid of sticks, and I think he may have used a training stick to get her back in her cage at night. So, and she does not like fingers. She loves arms and shoulders and head, shoulders, knees and toes. She loves the head. She'll fly around. This is funny. If she flies around and hovers over you and goes to land, like I just wait until she lands. But if you duck, she will be mad at you for days. She's like, really takes offense. Like, she won't come over and talk to you. She won't say hello. She just ignores you. It's like, wow, that's something. The 4th, I'll be working. Oh, that's cool. I think I got a part-time job for the summer, rolling vinyl with my kids at my kids' store. Amy and her husband Kyle have a vinyl, Any Graphics, which is where I get most of my vinyl. I do my sublimation. I get all my supplies from Any Graphics because that's what they do, sell supplies. And she asked if I wanted a part-time job like rolling vinyl and stuff. I'm like, all I heard is, do you want a part-time job hanging out with me in the afternoons? I'm like, yeah. She's my oldest. She's like 40 something, 40. She's my oldest. My youngest is 30 something. 31, 32. I should know that. I should know that. Oh my gosh. Watch some dog daddy videos. Oh, I've binged watched so many. There's this one guy who specializes in labs. I love his accent. He's a great trainer. It's positive training. He's very good. But I think it's different when you got a male voice with a male stance saying knock it off or sit like in a stern way than when I say it in a stern way. I know it's different. I mean, obviously. My buddy Robin raises Hans macaws. Beautiful. I think that's just a little bit smaller than the Severe, right? They are about Sophie's size. Yes, they are. And Any Graphics, that's it. That's a link. Thank you. You are so good, Sam. What? Yeah. Hello, Bootscat. I do need a lot of help training. I need the training. I know that. They need exercise, which I think they're getting a lot of exercise, a lot of entertainment. I wear them out. I've got harnesses, and it's not seatbelts, but it's something that attaches to the back of the headrest to their harness. So when they're sitting there, if I roll the window or God forbid somebody opens my door, they can't just lunge out and get hurt. Like, that would be horrible. So I got them seatbelts, and I thought that was the silliest idea I've ever heard of, like seatbelts for dogs. You're out of your mind. But then my daughter explained it to me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And if a cop ever pulled me over and I had to roll my window down, I don't know what they do, and I don't want them to hurt my dogs. So they're getting that, and then we can go over to the dog park, because even though the dog park is like 1.5 miles away, it's so close. I can't walk them that far, not the way they are now. They will drag me across. Oh my gosh, it's so horrible. And especially now that I'm one handed, because I can't even use these three fingers to grip, because when I grip, this wants to close. Oh, my doctor was so sneaky. I hate doctors. I don't like doctors. I don't do doctors well. Oop, I almost banned you, Monica, by one push of a button. Sorry. Hey. And anyway, I haven't gone in years. I go, well, he says I only come in when I have a broken bone, which is probably right. So I go, since you're here, we'll do an EKG. We'll check your heart. We'll give you a chest x-ray. And we'll x-ray your finger. And here's a subscription or a prescription for a mammogram. Here's a for colonoscopy. Blah, 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 blah. He loaded me up. I was like, you got to be kidding me. He was so happy that I came in for something as I felt like a prisoner. I'm not going anywhere. And then he said, the blood work come back. He goes, you're not taking your medicine, are you? It's like thyroid medicine. And I think I stopped it during COVID. It was just too hard to keep up with. Not going places, having to get tested. Like, it was too hard. So I just kind of stopped. And he says, you have to be on it. So I start that up tomorrow. We'll see. I fell. Technically, I was wearing skates, but I wasn't skating. I was going from a basketball court, which was beautiful soft skating. Then there's a small trail to go to a skate park. And because the trail was getting a little hectic, I was walking on the grass. And there was a couple kids walking with me. And I fell, and the whole brunt of Susie Q, I'd say 250 plus pounds or whatever I weigh, landed right on my pinky, and it just went whoosh. And I knew the second I fell, because it was weird. It's like I fell and it was like slow motion falling. I'm like, but I couldn't stop it. I knew when I stood up and this finger went that it was bad. It was bad. So I think with the sock, taped them together. Stopped at a drugstore, got a splint and real tape, and taped the two fingers together so that it didn't get caught on anything walking. I went to pick my daughter up from work, and she it made me feel guilty that I had to go see a doctor. I'm like, well, even if it's broken, they're not going to do anything. And she's like, well, how do you know? You might have to reset it, blah, 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 blah. So she talked me into it. The guilt, I don't know where she got it from. I think I used a lot of guilt raising 4 daughters. And so I went. And the rest is painful history, because for 2 days it stopped hurting. Excruciatingly hurting. It stopped. And I was walking upstairs with my computer, and it started to fall, and I just caught it without thinking. Oh my God, the tears just streamed down my face. Like, why did I do that? Why? Sue, go to the Dagobah system and seek out Master Yoda to train you in the way of the bird. Oh, it's pouring here. Well, you're not that far from me, so it should be pouring my way pretty soon. It's finally starting raining here now. Look at there too. Sophie is a cool bird. Sophie loves when Monica calls. I put her on speaker, and she needs me to stop my conversation with Monica so she could talk to Monica. It's so funny. It's so funny. She only did that with one other person, Elizabeth from One Fish Two Fish, ROC. She would do that. So something about their voices triggers something in Sophie. So it's going to be interesting. And Monica has met Sophie in person. It's pretty scary, isn't she, Mom? Good morning, Craig's Catfish. It's Monday morning for you, isn't it? What? 3G. What's up, 3G? What? Oh, this is great, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for being you. Because I've had a very tough, traumatic, emotional week with my chickens, and I didn't think I was going to get through it. I was really Susie, if you go on the hospital, in the hospital, or the nursing home, don't let them know about your history of falls. They'll have the restraints on standby. Right? Right? So I'm so petrified of hospitals anyway, I would never go to one. I'd have to be totally unconscious for them to take me to one. And the nursing home, I have 4 daughters. I better not ever have to go to a nursing home. And I don't know if anybody's listening, Amy, Katie, Sarah, Colleen, but I have 4 daughters. So I should never, ever have to go to a nursing home. And is that a burden? Don't care. Don't care. As long as I got my skates. Isn't that funny? It's been like 9 hours with these skates on. They feel so good. They feel like they're starting to feel like a part of me, like not just I don't feel any part breaking in. I did the dishes, I did the living room, I vacuumed, I did the water changes in the tanks, everything, and it was like all of my skates. That's so funny. So funny. But yeah, now it's getting warm up here. Whew. Getting warm up. It's getting hot up here. Nope. Johnny Bravo. Hello, Susie from Portland, Maine. Hello, hello. Run, girls, while you can. I know, right? Right? I figured they hopefully have like 30 more years before they got to worry about that. Get that mammogram and colonoscopy. Probably not. Although the colonoscopy I might. It's going to sound weird. That was one of my favorite drugs coming from a recovering drug addict that I've ever experienced. It was a milky white substance that Michael Jackson died with or something that he was addicted to. It was so amazing. I was like, I'll come back to get a colonoscopy as long as you give me that medicine again. That's how sick of an addict I am. I would do a colonoscopy every month just to have that feeling. And that feeling was so brief before I fell asleep, but it was like, you know? God, I'm one sick fuck. I know I am. I know I am. But there's a reason why I don't drink and I don't do drugs anymore, and that's the reason. Let me tell you. But when it comes to a colonoscopy, I will. The mammogram, yeah. God, I hate those things. I hate all of it. I hate anything to do with the medical profession. I'm sorry. All the nurses, they're the best part of the medical profession. But the doctors and big pharma and all these institutions out there, can't stand them. Sorry. I try. I haven't got a bad taste in my mouth since the late 60s, early 70s, and it's just gotten worse since then. Propanol, that's it. Propranolol. Yes, that's it. That's it. That was amazing. My doc keeps offering to take me for a colonoscopy. I don't shame easily. I'm due next year. Yeah. I think I was supposed to have it when I turned 60 because I had my first one at 50, 60, so I'm 3 years late. Propanol is a blood pressure. It is. Instant coma. Oh. Propofol. Oh, that's it. Propofol. It's the other one. It's the Instacoma one. That's the one I like. Wowza, wowza. Yeah, that was amazing. I could see why Michael Jackson could be addicted to that. I really could. I have no blame there. But I know. I know what I sound like as soon as I say things out loud. Sometimes I say, don't say them out loud because it's going out on the internet and you can't take it back. And some people who aren't addicts don't get it. And if you are an addict, you understand what I'm saying, right? Anyway, oh my God, this was awesome. I'm going to change my position a little bit for the Tennessee Fish Mafia, which is coming up. I got to drink some coffee, even though I am sweating bullets. I'm sweating bullets here. But you guys are off. And Bob, thank you again for that super sticker. Q, I used the wrong name. Yes, I saw that. But I knew what you meant. Propofol. Propofoil. Yeah. That one. That one. I call it the milky white substance. Yes. But if they stopped using that in colonoscopies, yeah, you could take me off the waiting list because I'm fine. I know I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, there's something wrong with me. I know that. I know that, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and sharing my Sunday night. You guys make my week every week. You make it. And I love the fact that I could share my living room tanks. I haven't shared my living room tanks in a very long time. My severum is starting to get big. He's like 6 inches. Love it. My fahaka, I think I measured at 9 inches. Woo! They're getting big. Everybody's getting big, and I got to bring up my other severum. But I'm glad John Bag of Donuts doesn't have a problem with these 3, and they're sitting right on the, what do you call that beam that holds the whole house up? So I feel safe. And I will be going to Tennessee Fish Mafia 4th of July stream, and I will see you over there, but I'm going to start off with the outro, if you don't mind.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Na na, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said